What's going on, my guy?
Bro.
Already. What's good with it? Appreciate you coming out, man.
I appreciate y'all having me.
All good, my guy.
We'll have cake.
We already know. Hey, it's diet cake. It's diet cake.
Look, bro, I ate some.
You know how to eat a bite.
He painted that on.
I don't eat no bites.
You want the,
I was like, I looked at it, I was like, oh, they saved me a plate.
the whole
That's
plate.
how I felt.
The whole plate. There you go. This is for all of us, and that's for you.
How are you still in that kind of shape, man?
What's that?
You must be addicted to working out.
Nah, man, I work out maybe. I've been training and working out the last 3 months. I've been like grinding. People want some of this smoke, dog. So I'm getting on that track. They want some smoke.
He getting ready to lose in some races. That's all it is.
Can't wait to see it. You gonna look good losing though.
There you go. There you go. That smart dude right here.
I love
you know what time it
He's
is.
so competitive.
Says the guy that bet 10 G's. Not publicly, but bet 10 G's on Sha'Carri Richardson. I know I did. On Sha'Carri Richardson, if we race, he gonna bet 10 G's on her.
She'll be
against me.
He's 57.
I ain't even gonna lie.
He's 57.
I ain't even gonna lie.
He's 57
I
now.
might jump in on that bet too.
Come on, man, you feel me?
With him?
Come on, you feel me?
With him?
Yes, with me.
With him? You for sure? Y'all hear this, right? Y'all hear this, right?
This is not contract binding, but
But
yeah.
no. Oh, so you back?
I'm thinking
No.
about
So you back on now?
I have to.
Cause you just jumped off the wagon the other day. You say, "Oh, nah, I don't know now."
I don't know how they
have to
timed
see.
you in the 100.
They don't need to time me in the 100.
See?
You don't need to time me
He
in the
ain't never
100.
ran under an 11. He's never in his life
Hey,
ran under.
me and Dion, like I said, me and
I didn't want to say that.
Me and
But I
Dion
do.
got
He's never ran
got
under.
next man speed. You know what
Yeah.
NM?
Yeah.
We got next man speed.
Wait, who's
So we
we?
faster than the next man.
Who's
So
we?
me and Dion, we Hall of
Wait, you
Famers.
and Dion ain't in the same category. My man.
Hey, bro.
I even got to tell you. You already know what time.
It's
I'm a
swing.
huge sports guy. Huge 49ers fan.
Man, let me
I know
check.
everything about this.
There you go.
Oh, I'm about to change my pants.
Let's go.
It's
Get your
on.
popcorn ready for this
I'm
zone.
about to change my pants.
Get your popcorn ready
man,
for
I
this
can't
zone.
wait.
Let's take.
I can't wait.
Want a coffee or juice or anything, man?
Let's take this to the real stage.
Oh
man.
man, I can't wait.
You
I
ain't
can't
saying-
wait.
You ain't saying nothing.
Man, I'm finna call my mama too. Soon as I hear I'm gonna say, Mama, we got a clown in here talking about he know everything about.
I know everything about this kid.
Ooh, I can't wait. Woo! Yes, sir. It's on.
And he know that I'm faster than you. That's what he do know too.
What?
He knows that what was, not now.
That's like the season. That's like the season finale. They're gonna race, but it has. We gotta wait till the end.
He ain't gonna race because he know I'm gonna dust him. I might beat him by 10 yards. Bro, I'm sliding on some, man, I'm sliding right now, bro.
Welcome to Get Your Popcorn Ready podcast. It's your host, Hatch, with my boy.
Yes, sir. This is T.O. I'm in the building. Woo, you smell that? Ooh,
I smell what you smell.
popcorn
What you
is
smell?
popping.
Hey,
It's popping,
popcorn.
boy.
Get your
It's
popcorn
popping.
ready. Yeah.
We have a special guest today.
Yes, we do. We have two comedians.
Oh no!
Right?
No,
Because
we don't.
yes, we
We're
do.
not going to start
Yes,
the show
we
off like
do.
that.
We got
we
two
have
comedians.
one
Because
comedian,
one is right here.
and one pretend.
I'll take
comedian.
that. I'll take that. Our boy Ryan Davis is coming to the stage, coming in the building today on Get Your Popcorn Ready podcast. Ryan Davis in the building. What's up, my guy?
We're not going to say coming to the stage. He's joining the show.
He's joining
he
the
ain't
show?
finna crack no jokes today.
He gonna crack jokes.
I already know he is, but we
Yeah,
not.
I was about to say.
I already know. He ain't just coming to the stage, but you getting him too hyped. Because you tell him coming to the stage, he really going to get his mind right. Like, you know, he about to really go.
He about to rip this thing. Go ahead.
Hey, man. Y'all be nice to me. I'll be nice to y'all. Man.
Hey, you know we like to test the limits on here a little bit. So I hope.
it's
Well,
cool.
you know how to improv, right? He was on Curb Your Enthusiasm, so you know the improv game. That's all we
yeah.
go do. So
Oh,
just
yeah.
keep.
I mean, usually I guess they come in like, you know, clean shaven, haircut. I mean, you're just roughing it today. You know what I mean?
Not today. This is what I do.
Yeah, I'm a G.
I told you.
I let the talent speak for me, man.
There you
what I
go.
mean? Some dudes,
we have something in talent. We have something in common. We let our talent speak for us.
Yeah, some dudes like to, dress nice, get the dangly diamond earring.
With the little cross on your ear dangling on. We don't need all that extra.
No, I don't need all of that,
You know
man.
what I'm saying?
I just need the skill, Everybody, I'm kind of in a game that they can't force me out of because I'm getting too old. You know what I mean?
There it is. You're an OG, triple OG.
Yeah.
I heard the dig, but I got you. I'm taking notes.
So basically, what you're saying when the people have these big crosses on their ears, they're kind of overcompensating for the lesser talent that they might have.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Or the talent diminishing. You
Oh,
know what I mean?
so
Over
like an
time,
like
you
an
know what I mean?
older
Yeah,
athlete.
just getting older,
We're not talking about you, T.
What? Whoa,
We're not talking about you, brother.
Oh, I didn't think you were anyway. I'm just checking my notes. Y'all said something about me?
No, ain't nobody said nothing about you.
There it
okay,
is.
Cool.
There it is.
Legend, man.
Already. But no, we appreciate you coming to the show, man. Like I
y'all
said,
having me, man.
look forward to having some fun. But like I said, we just talked about one of your first gigs, Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah, man.
So again, you're out here in LA doing your comedy thing, acting. Which one is it gonna be? If you could choose one, right? You want to be the bigger actor or bigger comedian?
Nah, man, bigger stand-up, man.
Stand-up, that's your thing.
That's my thing.
Okay.
I care about that more than anything. Everything else is literally to get people to know of me so they can get to the show to see the stand-up.
Okay.
Acting, I didn't have any plans of doing acting, and then I got the Curb audition, and it was so fun. I went to all my actor friends and was like, why ain't y'all tell me acting was fun like
already,
this?
yeah.
I keep doing this. This is great. So, did that. I'm on the new season of Insecure.
Yep.
The last season
Congratulations
coming up.
on that, too.
Yeah,
That's
man.
big.
They allowed me to be funny, man. That's all I ask. Is if, you have me on your show, let me do
me.
what I do.
That's why I'm here.
Y'all ain't gonna see me crying or dying. And
Right.
I have no dreams of doing drama or nothing like that. Just let me be funny and let's,
So when you say just let you be you, you have to explain to the audience because sometimes like people will watch shows, movies, and they're scripted and then there's unscripted. And
yes.
Then, if you're talented, they just like you said, let you be you, just ad lib.
Yeah.
So is it when you go into something like that, when you are trying to, I guess, deliver lines or they have you scripted, in a certain way, when you say let you be you, do you kind of go with the script and then you kind of just let the mood or the mode or moment take over?
Yeah, I always respect the writer. The person who wrote, the material, I always respect it, and I always do exactly what them and the director feel like, is the best thing. The best thing, I go with the vision. And then I was like, is there, any way we can do a couple of shots of me doing something else? There's something, I have an idea. And, luckily for me, so far, I've just worked with people who trusted me. Yeah. They've seen my content. They've seen how I get down, and they literally, I don't know if I've actually gotten anything based off me winning the audition. It's normally they brought me in because they know that I could bring something to the table and they trust me. But that's not the case with everybody. I'm lucky in that respect for sure.
Yeah. Good directors, they're gonna let you go ahead and I want to see you do you, and then I want you to read it as far as my vision, and then you usually come to some agreement of one of those 10 to 12 takes will kind of come to the middle.
Yeah, and that was another thing I didn't know about the 10 to 12 takes thing.
Yeah. Oh, you'll keep going now.
Oh,
yeah.
boy. I did not know, man. People really got to start appreciating film a lot more.
Absolutely.
Every scene you see, that's a 12-hour shot for one scene.
Absolutely. Could be a 15-second scene.
Yeah, a 15-second scene. We were there for hours to get that. Yeah. They've done 97 camera angles. They done hung a camera from out the ceiling.
Yeah.
Now just think about those that have to bring emotion
Absolutely.
to the camera or to the show. Ooh,
that's what makes them great actors and actresses.
Like that can cry like on cue.
Yeah.
Bring that emotion on cue.
And that's why I said I don't want no parts of that. Once you learn how great these people are. Like Denzel Washington, I was never a Denzel guy. I just watched movies. I didn't really care about the skill of acting. But once I started acting, you go back and look at that scene in Training Day where he's mad,
King
like,
Kong,
scared,
the King Kong,
sad, all at one time. He's injured because he got shot, and he's conveying all these emotions at the same time. While trying to get them out, I was like,
at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
After they ran that scene 50 times, and none of that is in the script. That dude goes off script all the time. But you trust
because
that
he's
dude.
Denzel.
Yeah.
So speaking of going off script, just say you're on stage, you're doing your thing, and just say it doesn't go as you would like, but just say it does go. Do you get a feel from the crowd as to do you have like some stuff in the bag, like you go to once you
what's your go-to moves?
Yeah. Oh, you got to, man. It's crazy. Last night I performed. I had a heckler. I had a heckler last night. This lady was out of it, though.
Oh, it was a lady heckler.
Yeah.
Okay.
Front rows. I was killing, and she was. Some people's heckling comes from their appreciation. They love you so much. They be like, "Oh my God, you're so hilarious. I know that's right," or whatever. You're like, "Hey,
that's not a heckler."
Right.
But they're stopping the show for everybody because then they'll start trying to have a conversation with you.
And you can't do that.
Yeah, you can't do that. They're like, "Yeah, because the point you made about the," I was, "Hey,
let me make my point."
I got it and everything, and then she kept going, and you could tell that it's irritating the audience. So now you've become the villain. I gotta kill you to satisfy the rest of them.
Absolutely. Gotta sacrifice one. You gotta sacrifice one.
Sacrifice you for the good of the show.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's how I feel when I'm going one-on-one with DBs. I gotta kill you,
for the team, for the betterment of the team.
That's what happened to Sean Springs.
Wow. Okay. So what's your perspective of the Sean Springs that night? What's your perspective as a fan, right?
See, I was rooting for us, so I was cool.
You're a 49ers fan from back in the day. Okay.
So, but just to sign the ball and give it to us, oh, bro.
So you thought that was excessive? Did you think that was too much?
No, I thought it was absolutely necessary.
Oh,
they've taken the fun out of the game.
At that time during the NFL.
One of the best times in football is when you and Chad Johnson were going off every week trying to see who had the best.
So let me ask you this, because I've asked this question on the show before, but it bothers me that when Chad did something, the media and or the fans loved it and said, "Oh, look at him. He's funny. He's creative."
Yeah.
But when T did it, "Oh, he's selfish and he's not a team player." What was the difference between the two?
They hate him.
Okay. So it's all a personal choice.
It's 100%.
I just want to make sure that's clear.
How is a guy
because it was the
who's
same thing
performing every week, is the top of the league every year in every statistical receiving category, bad for the team?
I get it. Okay. I just never understood
makes
that.
No sense.
Yeah. We love Chad. It's not about Chad.
Yeah,
right? We're talking about that's our guy.
Even today, like I get so much. I can just tell so much disdain and for me or as an athlete because of how the media has portrayed me throughout like my tenure. And so it's like when I look back on it, like my boy Hatch just said, it's like we were doing the same thing, but I got so much hate and vile just for being creative. And I'm like, I was doing nothing more than what Chad was doing. Right. But how the media portrayed me is more like being selfish, not a team player, wrecking the locker rooms. Even like now, I see people that approach me they think I'm arrogant, they think I'm cocky. Based on how the media saw me, like they really think that that's how I am.
Yo, I knew the media had something against you when they were mad that you was doing sit-ups. I was like, all right, now it's
okay. Let me ask you this. Do you think that at times he poked the bear? Were the sit-ups him poking the bear of the media?
My thing is you can't get mad at a person who's being picked on how they respond. You gotta be mad at the bully. You can't be mad at the victim.
Already.
You know what I mean? Like that's like somebody pushing somebody, and then they turn around and punch him in the face and be like, why
Why you
is he
punch
so
him in the
violent?
face? Right.
He's violent. Look at him.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, man.
Like he ain't violent. You know what it is.
I'm gonna have to go back and get that. Like, you can't pick on.
Yeah.
What did you just say?
Yeah, you can't pick on somebody and then get mad at how they respond to being picked on.
Yes.
Man, that's deep.
Yeah,
That's
you
real.
can't do it.
Yeah, that's
like,
great.
but this is my thing. What did you do other than go out and perform? Right. What receiver didn't ask for the ball? What elite receiver didn't ask for the ball?
I know. Wait, no. I asked for the ball. I didn't get it, but I asked for the ball too. You know, but
what receiver doesn't?
Yeah, we all did.
Yeah,
we all did.
I just want to know I was a kid, and it was confusing to me. I was like, why don't they like him? I love this dude. This dude is incredible. And then it was like, no matter what team you went to, like you put up numbers in Buffalo and Cincinnati, which blew my mind because I was like, I don't even know how he doing this.
Right.
Because it just didn't matter. How are you a bad teammate when you choose to play injured?
Do PR? You do PR?
Nah, I don't
You do
PR.
now.
You do PR? You know what I mean? Outside of comedy?
A person who puts their career at risk to play in the Super Bowl to help their team win and have a great game on one leg is a bad teammate.
So let me ask you.
That's
Let
the
me ask you
craziest
this.
thing I've ever heard.
Let me ask you this.
That's when I knew they hated you, though.
Do you?
No.
Do you think that the media has too much power in sports? Because they paint the perception the way they want to, and we're starting to find out it's not fair, right? With this whole, especially last year or so, with the Kwame Brown stuff and all that, right? So, do you think that the media has too much power?
Nah, because I wish comedy had a media, medium like a ESPN to talk about who they.
So
think
you
is
want
great and
haters
who,
then to make your okay.
At least it keeps because right now in comedy, we have some of the best comedians to like ever live right now coming up in the comedy ranks, and I'm not exaggerating at all.
Wow.
And people won't know them unless they do a big movie or something. There's nobody telling y'all, hey man, if you want to go out and go see stand-up comedy, if this person is in your town, go get it. And a person that they trust, the way that they trust the sports media, that they would actually go check it out. Or whenever some of these older comedians don't have it no more, there's nobody on TV going, hey, might not want to spend your money here.
Right.
the ship is sailed.
Right.
You know
what I should do? I should go out and be the worst comedian ever.
Yeah.
You already are. You don't need to do that. You already are. Speaking of,
there you go.
What is it like telling jokes in 2020 and 2021, considering everything that has transpired? Are you careful as to what you bring to the audience? Because, I mean, we're in a time right now where, if you say this, it could be misconstrued, it could be twisted, it could be spun this or that way, and then you look like you're being insensitive to whatever may be going on. I mean, there's a lot of things going on with, obviously, the racial and social injustice and then all that. We got mental health awareness, all those things, everything that is going on with, obviously, George Floyd. I mean, anything right now that's obviously, even the election. You got Trump, Biden, the vaccine, all of that. I'm sure there's a lot of ways comedy can go with the vaccination, things of that nature. Are you careful as your delivery when you're, on stage with these type of things looming?
I try to be responsible.
Okay, responsible.
I'm not careful though. I don't want to ever feel like I'm tiptoeing to preserve someone's feelings. But my goal is to make somebody, if I'm talking about somebody or something, I want to do it in such a way that they laugh. But I don't want to run away from it. Like the challenge for me is, if this is sensitive, what do I got to do to make them laugh at this point of view? But all the stuff that you name that's sensitive, I lean into all of that.
All that.
Really?
Because that's the outlet. You got to.
I lean into all of that. I literally talk about 90% of the things you just named, like on stage. And at the end of the day, man, we all get one go around at this, depending on how you feel about, what happens after life. But I feel like I get one go around at this.
Yeah.
Do I want to do it living the way I want to do it, or doing my craft the way I want to do it, or doing it the way that people forced me to do it?
Right.
And I don't need everybody to like me.
There it is.
I just need the people who rock with me to like me.
Yep.
And if they do it, we can all go and do these shows and have fun together. I don't need everybody to
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
I've noticed you've been on, your social media.
Yeah.
You got the block party going on.
Man.
Dude, he has I don't know how much you follow, but I do. This dude has a block party. He goes off on people that tries to attack him with, like I said, some of the material.
You go after the haters.
Bro,
Yeah.
He
Okay.
has, dude, he showed it's a list of people that he done blocked that are just trying to go at him. So he has, it's a block party.
Well,
I'm gonna tell
do-
you the crazy part, Tio. I never used to block people. So everything that y'all saw was in a week.
What?
I
You
did
just
that in
getting
a
started. You just
week.
getting the party started,
I'm
basically.
just getting the part. I was like, welcome to my block party. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm petty. People don't understand how petty I am.
Yeah, yeah.
You think you have to say something mean to me
No.
in order for me
You
to
just gotta
block
say
you.
something.
You just gotta say something I don't care for in the moment.
Right.
And
So you
I'm blocking
petty?
you. Oh.
People say that I'm petty.
Yeah.
You are petty.
I
Yeah.
said, I ain't giving y'all no more free content. And then I posted a video of something funny, and the dude said, I thought we wasn't getting nothing free.
Blocked. That's all you had
That's
to
all
do,
you
young
gotta
fella.
do. You complaining about free content? Block.
okay.
Anything. I'll block you for anything.
So you do a lot of your
Everybody does.
stand-up regarding, like I said, regarding females and relationships, right? The one thing that, wow, that's crazy, right? All
Yeah.
that stuff is hilarious, right?
Thank you.
Now, who are you talking about? This guy, right? I know because comedians get their stories from
Man.
real sources. So,
I-
so who are you? Is this an ex? Was this your girl at the time? What was the story behind that?
So what happened was I never used to talk about relationship stuff.
Yeah.
Why?
On stage or nothing.
You thought that was taboo. You
Yeah,
thought
well,
it was.
it just wasn't. I was like, don't nobody want to hear about.
You ain't had no
none of
material
it.
for it or what?
Nah, I'm gonna tell you what happened. I went to Canada to do a show, and my material wasn't working because my material was really African American based.
Oh,
They have black people, but
they
they
ain't
don't have
African- no.
African Americans.
Right.
So I'm up there
That French.
eating it. I'm bombing almost at my own show,
Yeah,
yo.
yeah.
And then near the end of my set, I would do a little bit of relationship stuff, and it was killing.
Okay.
And I was like, oh,
So you had to pivot.
I can relate to people.
There you go.
Everybody's in relationships.
Everybody.
They relate it to my children. They relate it to the relationship stuff. Anything that you just relate to on a human level.
Right.
They got. So I was like, okay, I need to transition out of being so specific with my content and do more of something everybody can relate to. So that's what made me go to relationships.
Okay.
But I was like, I don't even know why I would talk about relationships. I'm terrible at them.
There you go. And that's funny.
But sometimes that's the best experience when you're terrible at something.
Yeah,
It's
so
trials
I-
and tribulations.
You gotta try
I
everything.
literally
Yeah,
sat
trial and
there.
error.
We've
I mean.
talked between us up here. We've tried
Trial
everything.
and
Right.
error.
So I sat down one day and I was like, why don't my relationships work? And I just went through thinking about all of them. And then they started to have the same patterns and
Yeah.
stuff. I was like, well, if I'm seeing this all the time, I wonder if everybody else is seeing this.
Yeah.
So I went to stage with it. I ain't do a whole bunch of writing it out and figuring it out.
Right.
I just went to stage and just bared it all on stage, and everybody was like, right, yeah. I was like,
They can
okay, now I
relate.
got something.
Yeah.
And then you just work on it, man. You tour the set, in all these cities, and then you tweak everything until you get it to a point where everybody understands, where you can take it to New York and you can take it to Mississippi and get the same response.
Yep,
Man,
yep.
that's crazy.
So what's your fundamentals of building like your skit?
Oh, in my set is first is what is it that I'm wanting to convey? What is it that I want to say? I don't even worry about funny.
Yep, exactly.
Funny comes last. What is it? What is
message.
the point that, yes, what is the message? What is the point that I'm trying to convey?
Okay.
And how to get that responsibly. Not tiptoeing,
Yeah,
but how
yeah,
to do
yeah.
it responsibly.
Okay.
Then once I get there, it's like, okay, how do I make it funny? One of the ways I like to make things funny is using analogies. So if I can get you to see the point And now if I can think of an analogy, the analogy will be funny. When I think of the funny analogy, people will go, oh, I never thought of it that way. And it makes sense to them. And they get the laugh, and it takes all the sting out of it, even if that first initial point you were making is something they didn't agree with or they hated.
They didn't understand
Yeah.
it. But once you put that analogy in, they're like,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
So now that's the way I usually go about creating my material. Yeah.
So we were just talking about dating, relationships. So what is the dating life of, what is it like for a comedian? Because I mean, I know, I'm familiar with guys like Chris Spencer and Jamie Foxx and Alex Thomas and all those guys. Alex is married now.
Yeah,
you know,
Alex and Chris are married.
Yeah.
But you know,
Jamie
Jamie does
ain't
this
never
thing.
been married.
He ain't gonna never get married.
And that's what most comedians will be like.
Right. So tell us, I know Jamie. Give us your take. What is it like, dating life?
So
I mean, you're not really cute. So I mean,
you
that
gonna
cute.
I'm listen.
He
If
already
you
know.
think I'm bothered that T.O. doesn't find me attractive, you're crazy.
Exactly. Why would
This
you?
is exactly
Right,
the way I want him to talk about
Yeah,
me.
exactly. Why would you be worried about me
you see
talking
what
about
I'm
because he
saying?
ain't cute?
Yeah,
That's
I'm
funny.
choosing not to groom myself. The problem is when somebody grooms themselves like that.
And still not cute.
Not cute. That's
There
what-
you go.
What?
There
That's
you
what-
go.
That's what
I like
it's
the way you
an issue.
put that, my
Are you
guy.
hearing this?
That's what is the issue. There's gonna be a woman watching this going, I mean, he is right. T.O. do a lot.
He do got
but
a point.
He a lot of things.
Cute
It
ain't
might
one
be
of them.
one.
It
It might be one.
That's the reason you always showing your body, bro. It ain't no coincidence.
Hey man, let me tell you something.
Shoulders down. Shoulders down. Cut them off.
He was
I
like,
just have to enhance, the areas that, I had trouble with. You know what I mean?
not
Growing
me.
up.
I let my trouble areas hang out.
Hey, let me tell you, like these shades right here, these are mine. You know what I mean? These are Prototype 81.
Okay.
And the acronym for the style name for these is called HIPS.
Okay.
So HIPS, and you know what that stands for? The acronym?
No.
Hidden in plain sight.
Okay, I rock with that.
Boom, y'all! Prototype 81 shades right here coming at you. Yee.
Gucci.
At least y'all can feel my head too big.
Hey, speaking of, I'm glad you said that. Man, I mean, we can't do that. That's why we got that wide angle lens right there. For,
I appreciate it. Yo, listen.
I can't believe he tried to say
That's funny.
I'm not handsome, dog. But I mean,
Oh,
it's all
listen,
good.
man, you're
But
not my
go
type,
on
bro.
with your So go on with your
But
story.
yeah, excuse me, you've been here, like I said, 3 years in LA.
Yeah.
So how's that scene
So
going?
I don't do the dating here. I always knew when I got here it wasn't gonna be no dating here.
No, why not?
No. Here, everybody's trying to make it.
Preach.
Yeah. Well, so why would I be with somebody who's trying to make it? No, I'm cool.
Both of y'all trying to make it.
Yeah. No, I'm actually making it. So I'm not
Tell
gonna
'em.
be with
Okay,
somebody.
tell 'em.
Right. Like I came here focused. I came here to work.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
There you go.
And
I like that.
I ain't come here to date. And
I like that.
people like to leverage relationships out here.
Very true. Yeah.
So somebody might be dating me not to date me,
Of course.
but to get in the circle that I would walk them into if we were
That's a thing.
dealing with each
That's a
other,
thing,
which is
yeah.
a real thing. I'd rather just not even deal with it.
That's so real.
But it is a headache because it's hard to date, period, because I travel all the time. And then I may meet somebody in a city. Like I might go to a Louisville, Kentucky, do a show, meet a girl, think she's dope. But then they'll be like, when you coming back to Louisville?
Never.
Why would I just come back to Louisville?
Louisville.
I met you one time.
Right.
Like,
They
it's not-
may think that they got it like that.
They
have
all think they got it like
course.
that, T.O.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
the issue. There ain't one woman on this planet that's gonna say,
course.
I mean, I'm all right.
Right. There you go. There you go.
Really?
So let me ask you this. So on stage, right, 100, 300, 500, whatever, in the audience, can you see something you're like, oh, she's hot?
Oh, yeah. First 3 rows, you can
First
see.
3 rows. Have you ever seen some from like 20 rows? Like I can't really see her, but I got a good feeling about if I can get
Yeah,
close.
and you try to remember the pattern of the clothes.
Yeah.
And then you see them at the meet and greet after the show. You're like,
The pattern
"Oh,
of the
I knew
clothes.
It. I knew it.
I
You
knew that
ain't
red
focused,
shirt
dog.
was hot.
Yeah, I knew it.
You ain't focused. You ain't focused. You ain't focused, dog. You
kidding.
No, you ain't focused.
Who
That's
ain't focused?
funny.
All right, man, you come to a show. Matter of fact, we're doing
You
a
got
show
some
here in
shows
LA.
coming up, right? Tell us about the
What's
shows. What you got coming
yeah,
up?
what we got?
So right now, on the 3rd, me, Deion Cole, Corey Holcomb, Lou Nail.
Ooh, Corey. I love
Yeah, Tony Roberts,
Tony,
and
funny.
Earthquake.
Earthquake,
all on
of
one
course.
show.
It's like at the
Yeah,
YouTube,
the YouTube
theater.
theater.
Yeah.
And then we do it in Oakland on the 4th.
Okay, is that the same thing at the YouTube theater up there?
It'll be at the Paramount Theater up there.
Okay, so that's September 3rd and 4th. All right, go check them out. September 3rd and 4th, LA here, and then Oakland on the September 4th.
Yeah,
Right, the
and
YouTube
then I get
theater
back
here.
to my individual tour, man, where I'm dolo. Well, I bring friends with me, but I'm telling you, seeing my set for an hour, what y'all gonna see at the YouTube theater and things like that, y'all will see me for 15 minutes. I promise I'm gonna give it to you.
Punch.
But you're gonna. You see me for 15 minutes.
You're going to want more.
I want to see him on his own.
I hate going to shows like that when you have like they go in there like 15, 20 minutes and they just killing it and then they go off the stage.
I got to go because such and such got to come up.
But the thing is, what's tough is, okay, you funny, the next guy got to follow up. So he better have some good material. Because that's going to give me, and sometimes that's bad for a comedian too, because you could have good material and you follow somebody that's really funny and then you're not, I'm not going to really follow you. I'm not going to be like,
I pride myself on being hard to follow.
Have you ever been scared to follow somebody?
Oh yeah.
Who was like, who comes to mind like he just killed it?
When I first blew up, they asked, did I want to tour with Carlos Miller? And this was before 85 South blew up crazy. And I was like, nah, I'm not going to spend a year following Carlos Miller. Nah,
because he was on fire.
Yeah, at this time, I'm not afraid to follow anybody.
Right,
you put Dave Chappelle in front of me, I don't care.
Already.
But
already.
At that time, that was like 4 years ago. Yeah, Carlos would have mopped the floor with me all over the country, and I was aware of that.
Right.
So I didn't want.
Self-awareness is
big.
Self-awareness
in
is
this
huge.
business.
Is huge in this. So, I ain't want nobody embarrassing me in every city that I go to for what? But I get to be that guy now for the guys that are ahead of me in the game. They have to follow me, and I don't feel bad if they can't.
Right.
You know what I mean? And if somebody, my guys that I take on the road now, I still be whooping me. But they know I'll follow the next show with a standing ovation because I'm competitive.
There you
I
go.
was like, oh, you're not gonna beat me on my own show.
Right. This is my show.
Yeah. So it's like you always want to bring somebody really good to open for you because it keeps you hungry. But you got to be aware of where you are. In the game too. You don't want to bring somebody who could get a standing ovation and you in front of you. That's crazy.
Yeah. That's you really perfecting your craft too.
Yeah.
And like I said, I know
you want to be pushed. You don't want to be destroyed.
Right. And we, like I said, we have listeners and we try to educate them. Obviously we talk sports or what have you, but bringing guests on like yourself, and again, there's something to that made you who you are, and then you're always evolving with your comedy, with your craft, and so that's deep for him to be number one, self-aware, and to understand. Okay, let me put someone on stage that's going to open from it. But you're learning from other comedians as well.
Yeah, that told you that.
Yeah, I think a lot of people get into this mode. They think that they know it all. And that's where they fall off the wheels, fall off the tracks.
Yeah. Who gave you some good advice, like during your path so far? Like, the best advice you got.
First, I got to give it to my OGs in North Carolina. That's D.S. Sanders, Ty Griffin, Sean Jones. Those guys, Tone X, too. Those guys groomed me like no other. They never had a problem giving me advice. I mean, and they were on like Tone X has been opening for Monique for years. He did Bad Boys of Comedy, all of that stuff. Like Sean Jones done Comic View, all this. He's been touring all over the country forever. I mean, these are guys who were really on. These are working comedians.
Right.
They make a living doing stand-up comedy.
And that's what you talked about earlier. These are guys that nobody probably don't even know.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But they make a living doing stand-up comedy. So, and they are some of the funniest people I'd ever met. So I wanted to learn from them. And they had taught, like, I would do a show with DS and he'd watch the show and he'd be like, hey, you know that bit you did about such and such? There's 100 comics with a bit like that. Get rid of it.
Throw it out.
And I had to trust that
Your ego didn't get involved. Like, you tripping, I was funny. It wasn't
killing.
about that.
And imagine that, killing, the crowd loving you, and then somebody telling you, you got to get rid of that joke.
Take it out.
It worked better than all the other jokes. You got to get rid of that joke.
Wow.
But the thing
That's
is,
real.
what you're saying is that, okay, yeah, you have you're giving homage to those guys, and they're giving you advice. But the most important thing is you're being receptive.
You took it.
You're
Absolutely.
being receptive to that.
yeah.
Because some
Real.
people hear it, it can go one through one ear and out the other. And then, like I said, they can have an ego about it, like, man, I'm not doing it. He don't know what he's
If I
talking
tell
about.
you how to run this route, run the route like I said, not how T.O. want to run it.
Right.
Run it like Hatch said to run it.
Right.
If
Yeah.
you run it like T.O. run it, it ain't gonna work.
Right.
Run it like Hatch said run it's gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Comedy.
Comedy.
I was like, and you know, you take stuff from everybody. Corey Holcomb was a really big influence whenever I
hilarious.
moved out here. Corey taught me about silence. You can get afraid of silence on stage because you're so insecure about, I gotta make them laugh, I gotta make them laugh. But Corey showed me that you can sit in silence. Silence doesn't matter. Silence can mean that they're listening to you, or that the payoff in the end
Is what matters.
is what matters. And Corey will have you
Just sit on that thing.
He'll have you sit. He's perfected having the silence not even make him feel uncomfortable, but can make the audience feel uncomfortable.
Wow, that's
He
real.
like that dude is so masterful. It's not even funny.
Right.
Yeah. So I've learned a lot, and I try to grab. D.L. Hughley has given me great advice. D.L. Hughley he's sensational, man. At being able to tell a joke, being able to write a joke, to perfect it. Like, one thing about jokes have rhythm. You know,
Boom,
yeah, it's a rhythm. You get everybody, and once you get them hooked to your rhythm, you can get them to laugh just off psychologically them being part of the rhythm. Like, they know that when I say this, it's time to laugh, because instead of
That's crazy.
yeah, you can. And DL is really, really good at, like, we say whenever you first take a joke, right? Your first idea, first time you tell it, you tell the joke, but there has some fat on it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Maybe it's too wordy.
Trim the fat.
Maybe then you got to trim the fat.
Yeah.
There's not any fat on any DL Hughley joke you'll ever find. It's zero fat every single time. That's what I love about him. He's the perfect joke teller, man.
You need to be a comedy teacher.
Yeah,
like,
man.
You sound like you,
I'm
like,
too
you know
busy.
the details.
I'm too busy in my career. I tell anybody, if you gonna come to my show, if I talk like this about comedy, just imagine the standard that I hold myself
Absolutely.
to. I promise you, every joke that you hear from me will be well done. I do not play that.
That's awesome.
Well, this YouTube tour you're doing with, you said Earthquake and
Deion Cole and Corey
Let me
and
tell you
Lou
something.
Nail.
I don't know how much you heard or you listened to Earthquake.
Oh, absolutely.
yeah.
Have
He
him
will
at
make
many
you pee
shows.
on your he'll
Yeah,
make you
pee on your
Boy, he will make you pee on yourself.
He the opposite of Corey.
right. Boom, boom,
Earthquake,
boom, boom, boom. No breaks.
No breaks.
Just
right.
as his
punch,
name.
punch,
Yes.
punch, punch, punch.
Earthquake.
Earthquake punch you to death.
I'm
You
talking
hear
about,
me?
dog,
That's funny.
It ain't no lead up to it. No, he's coming.
Yeah.
Dude.
He be
I
on
want to
that.
see. I think I'm going to be out of town, but I definitely want to be in the audience. I want to come to one of your shows.
Well,
So
let me.
Come to the, on the 8th, if you back on the 8th, I'm doing the Inland Empire. I'm at the,
Oh, the 8th.
The 8th we're here. Yeah, the 8th you're here.
yeah, I'm at
for
the
sure.
Improv in Ontario.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. We got to
Yes,
change that. I
absolutely.
want to come.
Yeah.
And we're gonna bring a camera.
Yeah, no, we go have a blast.
So give me your Kings of Comedy, right? You're one.
Your
You have
top-
to have
top
three.
five.
You have to have three other comedians with you though, and you guys are gonna go tour the world. What would you? Who would
Yeah,
those
so
guys
we're
be?
talking stand up.
Stand up only.
You're
right?
Kings of Comedy.
You're Kings of Comedy.
Your version of
live, right? Just like they had it with.
Alive or dead?
So just
Oh,
say
Dead or alive? Or
Yeah, dead or alive, right? This
So we in 2021 now. So just think, okay, you're getting ready to tour, like you said. So you're 2022.
Yeah.
Ryan Davis,
right. Kings of Comedy
coming
tour.
to you.
Coming to you.
Big forehead and all. We bringing it all. Bowl of oatmeal, everything, and a
Bringing
bucket of
everything,
chicken and
man.
everything.
You know what?
On the side.
You know what? I'ma stick to guys that are doing it right now.
Yeah.
Right now. Because I don't even want to disrespect my generation by acting like we ain't got some of the coldest
I like it.
comedians in the game right now.
This is your version. Like this is not to undermine.
It's not
anybody.
sliding anybody.
So we're doing
It's
sets. Let me go with.
Who's go open?
Yeah, it's
What? Steve Harvey opened for King of the Comedy, right? He'd be the
Yeah.
open guy.
Ooh, boy.
Okay, so
Yeah,
who's
so
gonna open
we-
for you?
Who the
Keith,
host? Who the
They
host?
had Steve Harvey. They had
Bernie
DL,
Mac.
Bernie Mac.
And they
Cedric
and
the
then they
Entertainer.
said what said he
Entertainer.
said.
Woo,
Yeah.
boy. Hey.
And it was fire. It was fire.
And for me, out of those four, the least funny is the one he was just
D.L.
talking about.
Hughley?
D.L. Hughley.
That was that particular show.
That show, I feel you on that.
That was that
And
particular
again,
show.
That particular
everybody's
show,
not
Bernie
gonna-
Mac killed it.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
But that's what I'm
Everybody-
saying. That particular show.
It's just
But
like
the- but
football.
the
It's just
thing
like a
about
game.
You have a good
DL
game or
Hughley-
not.
Yeah, but this is the thing that I've appreciated about DL. DL is better now than he was
He got
then.
better.
Oh, for
Yeah,
sure.
he got better. And I mean, to get 20 years later and be better
comedy.
than you were when people considered that your prime.
That's him.
That's
Yeah,
me.
that's
That's
him.
how I am,
That's how
dog.
you are.
That's how
The 57-year-old out there running routes.
Quit talking
That's
about I'm
him.
57, dog. You are a bona fide hater. Bona fide.
I'm
Bona
just saying.
fide. But it's
I'm
all
just-
good though. I look good doing it. But yeah, I'm better now. I'm honestly, bro. I don't know how, but I'm almost just as fast as I was like 10 years ago. I don't know how.
I don't know how either.
But it's like that.
Okay.
It's like that. For
I'm
real.
not even close, so I can't even.
Hey.
I don't know how either.
I'm 100 pounds heavier than I was.
There
10
it
We just
is.
giving you
ago.
time
I know
to
I'm
come
not-
Me and you could probably race then.
Yeah, I'm not-
I got my money on you.
Talking
Talking about hater.
I got
Talking
my
about
money
hater.
on
You
you,
get
dog.
your man.
I'm faster than what you think, but I'm not fast enough to be racing no athlete.
But
So
what's
who
it?
opening?
Who's
All
opening?
right, so we gonna do.
Ooh, but see, you didn't know when you were walking up in here. When you was
Nah,
walking
I
I
didn't
got. I
know
need
that.
this fire. I need this
Yeah.
fire, bud.
Host.
Ooh, get your
I'll
popcorn
go host
ready,
this
baby.
thing on the
Ooh.
Ryan Davis Comedy
right.
Tour, Kings of Comedy, 2022
I'm gonna
version.
get my boy Black Ron to host it.
Black Ron.
Black
Okay.
Ron
Okay.
is a absolute
Monster,
killer.
huh?
He's a monster. Like he's the guy who could close the show.
Right. That
Yeah,
good.
he
Right.
could close the show.
Right.
And I'm on it. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
it.
well, there you
know
go.
what I mean?
Right.
He could close the show, but I trust because I want the show to be packed full.
Right,
like,
yeah. You gotta get them. You gotta get them. Get them going.
So I know Ron can go out there and smack them right from the jump
Okay.
and host it that way. Then I'm gonna get my guy Austin Hall, who I think is just
Okay.
Yeah,
Austin
he's
Hall out of. Where's he out of? What?
he's from everywhere. He's out of Indianapolis
Originally.
originally. Yeah.
So
Black
Midwest.
Midwest. Austin Hall.
Hall.
Again, like you said, these are people that people don't know of. Because,
Yeah.
Because of mainstream media, they're gonna highlight, certain comedians. And like I said, there needs to be a media for
A new one.
Yeah.
The
for,
new guy.
for
yeah.
comedians.
And give me Henry Coleman.
Henry Coleman.
Henry Coleman.
Man,
Okay.
A absolute monster.
Really?
And
I gotta
he's
check
dark
him out.
humor like Corey.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. He gonna either make you feel uncomfortable. It's funny when Henry do this show. You have somebody like I can't stand him, and somebody in tears.
Right, yeah, right.
Sitting right
beside
him.
each other,
Yo,
too. That's funny.
I would. Pay,
That's the best, though.
I would pay to see him do a 20,000 seat venue or a 10,000
Oh.
seat.
Hey,
It'll
it's
be
coming.
the greatest thing you've ever seen.
It's coming.
And then I'm gonna close that thing.
Then you go close that
I'm gonna close
thing.
that thing.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah.
That's awesome,
Black
man.
Ron, Austin Hall,
Yes, Henry Coleman.
And
Henry
Coleman.
Coleman
And
and Ryan
me.
Davis
And
closing.
Yeah, man.
Man, there it
On
is.
the Get Your Popcorn Ready Comedy Tour 2022.
Yeah,
Let's
man.
go.
Yeah.
Let's do
Get it
it.
up.
Yeah, I
Get
like
it up.
that. I like that.
I lied, man.
That's
Let's
awesome.
do it. We should do that.
Hey, you never know.
Hey,
GPR,
Do
we
that,
everywhere
man.
now.
I'm
telling
telling
you.
you, get your popcorn ready, boy. You
Everybody
definitely-
will be happy. Everybody will leave happy. Everybody not gonna leave like in Henry, but
Right,
everybody
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
leave
yeah,
happy.
So what do you think your long-term goal is? You want to be the #1 comedian in the world? You want to?
Yeah, but not
Because you know they're
number
gonna come and get you and say do TV.
Yeah.
Saturday Night Live will come
Yeah.
get you, right? So
I think I want to be the #1, the way Chappelle is #1. The
doing it his way.
Yeah, the way that you know, Kevin Hart and Sebastian Maniscalco and Bill Burr, some of these dudes do 20,000 seat venues. Dave might do 2,000.
Exactly. Yeah.
But
Intimate
no
settings
one's
and-
arguing that Dave
Is
Dave
not the
is the
best.
guy. Dave is the guy. Dave is the best. So I don't have to be the most popular. I don't have to be, you know what I mean, the highest ticket seller. I don't even think I want to do 20,000 seat.
Right.
And it's just not intimate enough for what I do.
What you
as-
do.
Yeah, as a comic. So as long as like my peers are like, nah, we know it's Ryan. He the guy.
He's that guy.
Yeah, he's that guy.
He's that guy.
That's all I need. And then as far as stand-up goes, television, I definitely want to do television. I want to have a show.
About you, about your life, Ryan Davis
Yeah.
show. Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like my life is pretty interesting.
Okay. Give me 3 things that would make it interesting.
Grew up the middle of 7 kids from 2 high school dropouts.
Okay. Yeah. Keep going.
Yeah.
That's a good start.
Yeah. From North Carolina, moved out here to become a successful comedian outside of anything that this is outside of anything anybody where I come from could even imagine.
They can't even fathom.
Can't even
Los
fathom.
Angeles, Bentleys
Yeah,
everywhere.
listen, like, and I'm performing like the amount I can make more money in a weekend than I used to make per year
In North Carolina.
in North Carolina. You see what I'm saying? Like it's completely. And then I did it, but even when I moved out and did the tour, I took people from home with me. I took awesome. my best friend, my brother, and his best friend, and
awesome,
everything. I literally, and I didn't change.
Right.
I didn't let none of this stuff change me
Yep.
or anything like that. And then the whole time I was balancing being a new father.
Right.
I have
Congratulations
2 children.
on
I was about to ask you.
I have a 6-year-old daughter and a 4-year-old son. And the
That's
whole
awesome,
time
man.
I'm balancing that, and the story I want to convey is a story that's never told. The story of a guy who has to bring his family's name up and bring his family out of a poverty-stricken situation, but has to make a choice on how he'll be viewed as a father or how much time he gets to be there as a father. But what he's doing is trying to elevate his family, but it could possibly be hurting his lineage, hurting his children
Okay.
to do that. So there's depth to that story. It isn't just,
It's What's Happening meets Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
you see what I'm saying? It's really not, I want it to like how the last part of it is like, man, that's deep. I want the show to be like that.
Oh, trust it
and
will
then,
be because
and then we'll stick humor in it.
right, it will be because there are people that are kind of walking your path or going the same way or don't have an idea, and your story will kind of basically navigate and kind of put them in the best position.
Yeah,
to kind of,
I'm so like into my story being told or that story being told that I don't even have to play me. If there's an actor out there that can play this role better than me and convey the emotion and everything that's necessary, I'll stay behind the camera.
There you have it, comedian Ryan Davis from North Carolina. Wouldn't that be hilarious if they could actually have that Kings of Comedy with those 4 comedians one day?
Oh,
How
my
crazy
God.
would that be?
Hey, I mean, he's basically, we've already set the stage for it, you know what I mean? We've already kind of talked it into possible existence, so hey, you never know, it could happen. And I'm gonna be there if it does.
Absolutely.
But if you want funny, you're gonna be in stitches. This guy right here, trust me, is funny. Again, follow him on IG at Ryan Davis Comedy.
There it is. Thanks for coming out, Ryan Davis, on Get Your Popcorn Ready podcast. Peace.